All right. Okay. Hi. I just had pizza. Just had to make sure my shit wasn't giving yuck, you know. But yeah, so I don't know. Lately I just been feeling pushed and a call to like speak on certain things, and so I'm just going with the flow, seeing what comes out, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I don't know, lately when I do my readings and stuff, I don't know, I've noticed that like I keep getting this card that talks about me showing the world the real me. And so I think part of that is me talking about things that I really be thinking about. Like I feel like a lot of times, like especially on social media, like I only show surface level, you know, like very surface level shit that I post. Like I'm pretty sure people think they know me, they don't know shit about me, like at all. Like because the thoughts that I be having is not even close to like the kind of stuff that I be posting. Like I mean, I post things that's like relatable, but yeah, I be having some deep ass thoughts on a regular. So the other day I had felt called, well, first of all, before I even, let me back up. So that, okay, so yeah, I'm sorry. All right. So all right, boom. So the other day I was on TikTok scrolling, and first of all, my timeline is very what you would consider conspiracy based. Like I feel like my timeline has a lot of like spiritualists, people that believe beyond just like the 3D, and then of course like it's a sprinkle of conspiracy stuff that's in there. And so I had came across this one post, and it was basically talking about how it basically was talking about how our people, not all of us are from Africa, right? Like we label ourselves African American because that's what we've been taught to believe. That's who we've been told who we are, or how we identify ourselves. Somebody hating on what I gotta say. I got my window open, so hopefully y'all can hear me good. Maybe I should have closed my window. Hold on, I'm gonna close my window. I feel like everybody hating on me right now, and they want to be my business real good. Alright, so what's the gut for me? Mind your business. Alright, so boom. So, you know, we've been taught to believe that we are all, our ancestors all came from fucking Africa. And I don't know, it's like for some reason, I know for me specifically growing up, I never connected with that shit all the way. And then like when you think about the stories that they tell about black people, especially like history wise, it's always some super sad ass like shit, and then they'll try to sprinkle in a couple people that like achieved of being the first of this. And it's kind of like, nigga, we created everything. Literally. We created everything. This country would not be this country without us. Literally. So, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. I never really felt super connected to like the idea of being African American. And it's no, like, I have no issues with like Africans or anything like that. Like, I look at them as our brothers and sisters. Like, we are connected in a way, but I feel like there are many tribes within I'm gonna just say the black community, right? And we're not all the same. And I just feel like, why is it that like any person of color like me and whoever's watching this that can relate, like, we're automatically labeled as African American? Why? You ever just ask that? Like, why? And so it'd be crazy to me, and I know this is going to like ruffle feathers about like the Indian culture, but like if you really look back and do your research on certain things, like they have named us many names prior to being African American, right? And it's like people don't do enough research. A lot of us like just kind of regurgitate what the fuck we were taught in school, and then like a lot of us don't realize that like school itself it was created to indoctrinate us. It was created for us to forget who we are as people. It was created so that we can basically conform into conform to the powers that be. I'll just say that. And do what they want us to do. Like, if you really think about school, what does school really teach you? It only teaches you how to work. It doesn't really teach you how to think for yourself. And even down to like, I'm going all over the place, but just follow me. But like even down to like religion. Religion is also the same way. And this is not to, honestly, if it ruffle your feathers, I really don't care. Like, I don't have any issues with people that believe in religion or anything like that, other than the fact that like I don't like people who's religious that isn't open-minded and likes to condemn people that don't believe what they believe. Like, I don't like when people try to tell me like, oh, well, if you don't accept Christ into your life, you're going to hell. Like, shit like that, that's where you miss me. It's like, I first of all, if I'm not mistaken, thou shalt not judge, right? Like, you can't judge me for my beliefs, and you judging me right now, so you need to go talk to your maker, okay? Like, I don't like that. But ooh, I'm all over the place. It's blowing me so bad. My mind is going. But I just feel like even religion doesn't allow you to think for yourself. Like, the Bible is set up in a way where you have to live your life in a certain way in order to get to heaven. And I don't know, something about it, just it don't rub me right. And it's like, I don't know. I also know, like, this is the question that I be having. I already know this gonna ruffle feathers. But this is a real question. And this is how spirituality works. Like, I mean, and this is, I feel like you got some people that use spirituality for the wrong reasons. And that's neither here nor there for me. But like, for me specifically, like, it's there for you to truly go within yourself and ask yourself questions and really think for yourself. Like, if God loved me, right, created me, loved me, and wanted me to go to heaven, knowing, because if I'm not mistaken, God knows all. He knows everything before it happens. Okay? He also gave me free will. So that shit don't feel like a big ass game to you? Like why would you send me down here knowing that You created me just to go to fucking hell because you knew exactly what I was going to do. You know? It's very weird. I don't know. It's weird. And then it's like, okay, you want me to abide by all these rules, but really, like, the rules be contradicting. I know, like, my grandmother used to be like, oh, you know, you shouldn't be jealous of people, like, that's a sin, da 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 da. But then in the same breath, it'd be like, well, you can't love nobody more than you love God, because God is a jealous God. And it's like, well, wait a minute. You should be leading by example, right? Like, you don't want us to have envy or jealousy and stuff like that, but then you love anything more than God, then you are condemned, you know? Like, I don't know, you jealous? Why? You created this person too. Like, I mean, I don't know, it's very, 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 very weird. So anyway, I say all this to say, all of the things that we've been taught to, like, or pushed into learning or learning more so, has been all based on a narrative to shape who we are as people. And nobody seems to question anything that people say. Like, and I get it. They did this shit very strategically because they, you know, you gotta start school at a young age. You get in trouble. Your parents will get in trouble if you don't go to school enough. Okay? They could snatch your fucking kids. And even that shit is weird as hell. You telling me you have the right to take my kid, a motherfucker that I created? How? How? Like, and I get it. In some instances, yes, it's necessary. But, like, in a lot of instances, it'd be like, what the fuck? How the fuck you just gonna tell me? Like, I don't know. It's very weird. It's just like, I don't think that people really think for themselves. And it's very unfortunate because, like, when you start to think for yourself, you really start seeing reality a different way. Like, you start seeing the media differently. Like, I've been stopped watching the news, first off. Like, and this is before, like, I really started becoming, like, awakened. But it was really more so from the fact of, like, anytime I turned the news on, it was nothing but negativity. Shit that'll either put you in a mindset of fear, mainly that, or depression. Like, somebody died, somebody got killed, somebody, like, it's always a lot of negative shit. They might throw in a little razzle dazzle here and there, like some slight little positivity, but a lot of it be negative shit. And it's all to push a certain narrative. So it's like, if you think about the media, what does it push? It pushes a lot of narratives that it paints a black person as this low class ghetto, non-educated, very violent type of person. And then you wonder why, like, all these other races look down on us or don't even know us, but just be scared. And it's like, what are you scared for? Like, I'm confused. But it's like, it's because of the narrative. We've been all pushed, or all what am I trying to say? We have all been I don't want to say victim, but we have fell prey to a narrative that's been pushed on us. And so, yeah, so, like, going back into the TikTok, it's like, it made me think, like, I already been talking about this and stuff, but it had reminded me of, like, how there's a lot of us that don't really know who the fuck we are. And then not only do we not know who we are, but now, like, especially those that are, like, deeply into, like, structured, I guess, religion that or certain, I'm gonna just say religion specifically, but they go and they pray to an outside source outside of themselves, looking for an answer, not knowing that it's already within. Like, sometimes I sit in the house and I'll just how quiet it just got just now, dead silence. I mean, sometimes I even will sit in the dark, quiet, and I just listen. Sometimes it's my inner thoughts, my inner thoughts, my higher self. Or sometimes I get signals, like sometimes my ear rings with certain things. Like if I'm thinking about something and like the confirmation be like my ears start ringing or something like that. Or I don't know, like it's like my inner voice, I'll be having a whole conversation with my inner voice in my head, but I'll be asking a lot of questions, and then all of a sudden like the answer just comes. And I kid you not, sometimes I be saying stuff to people, and then shortly after that, it's like that shit will be revealed in like mainstream media somehow, shape, way, or form. I kid you not, that shit happens a lot. And it's like, we are very powerful people. We are very powerful people. You just gotta know that you're a powerful person. Like, believe what you want to believe. I'm not here to convince nobody to believe in anything different other than the fact that you have a lot of power within yourself. You don't have to look outside yourself to find answers, to know who you are. And it's time to unlearn and relearn what reality is really about, and why we're truly here, and who we truly are, and really show up in the world in a way to like raise the frequency and the vibrations, you know? Cause I don't know about y'all, but like the way the way this shit going, sick and tired, okay? And like I be having, like, my grandmother, I love her dearly, but like she be so consumed with like the things that, you know, be put out there. Like she always be like, you better start stocking up. And I'm not saying that she ain't right. I probably should stock up to some degree, but like I feel like she been doing a lot of like hoarding of things to kind of like prepare herself for what's to come, which is all fine, but I just feel like it's not enough preparation in the world. If the world was going in today, ain't nobody gonna be prepared for that. And then I feel like people be thinking that the world is really like, I feel like some people are expecting the sky to truly crack open and that it's gonna be this fucking white ass Jesus, or Jesus in general, come down and save us. And it's like it's gonna be some sad people. It's gonna be some sad people, man, when they realize that some of this stuff that's been told to us is not truly what it's going to be like. I can't tell you exactly what it's going to be like, but I just know who y'all expecting to come down here is not coming. Okay? They not. And oh man, I want to go so deep, but I feel like I'm bouncing all over the place. But it's like, what if I told you that the savior that you all are waiting to come is you? What if I told you that? How would you feel about that? Like, really think about it. I think I used to be religious. I grew up a Christian. My family was deeply embedded into it, and in it. I used to go to church all the time, Sunday school, all of that. Now, would I say, like, I mean, I feel like at a certain point in my life I did have to like sit and read the Bible and like memorize certain verses and stuff like that. But like, I don't know, I felt like I always like I believed a lot of stuff, don't get me wrong, okay? I did for a while. And it's like, but I feel like the older I got and the more like I started to like think a little bit for myself, certain stuff used to kind of just like not sit well with me. Like, I always had questions. Like, you know, if God could save us, why do God allow so much bad things to happen? Why would God allow people to suffer the way that they suffer when he has the power to save everybody? Like, the world literally would not, don't even have to be this bad if he just said, all right, this is enough. Like, why even give people free will to even want to do that kind of stuff? Like, why wouldn't you create something that would be nothing but positivity if you were a positive person? You know, if you wanted everybody to live like how you live, you have the power to do that. Like, I don't know, it's like little stuff like that. People get murdered and like just really like tortured in different ways, like even if it's not like being killed, but like just living a really terrible ass life, having people do very negative things. And it's just like, why would you allow that and then turn around and say you love me? Like, it's weird. And so it also made me think, like, why do people, it's like the same God that does not want you to love anybody more than him had a son that he brought down here that everybody praises more than him. Is he the exception? And then what makes Jesus so goddamn special? Like, I'm sorry, I know this is going to sound like, oh my gosh, she's going to hell. I don't care. Like, whatever. This is my thoughts. Like, what makes Jesus so special? If we are all God's children, niggas get sacrificed every day. That shit that Jesus did, nigga, Martin Luther King did the same damn thing. Malcolm X. All these people that literally sacrificed their lives for the masses. What makes Jesus so special if we're all God's children? We're all God's children. All of us. So what's, like, why are we praising and worshiping another person that's not God? Because that's another thing that people start to get confused about. People be saying Jesus as if Jesus is God, when no. Those are two separate entities. You have God, the ultimate creator, and then you have Jesus, the Son. So why are we praising Jesus? Like, to the capacity where it's like everything is in Jesus' name we pray. Why? Why not in God's name? In God's name we pray. Like, shit don't be making sense to me. And people just blindly just be going with the flow. And I'm over it now. I'm over it. I have awakened to the truth. It's a lot of y'all that don't want to wake up, which is fine. But I'm just here to say that you're going to be disappointed. Like, it's going to be disappointing. That's all. Instead of looking for somebody to save you, you need to save yourself. How do you save yourself? First off, by waking the fuck up and really like tapping into reality, realizing that you are the God God is within you. You can save yourself by taking back your power. We are so powerful. But we've been conditioned to be in such a low vibrational state that like to even think that is crazy. Or you're condemned to even speak that you are a God. Y'all praise Jesus like Jesus is God. Why can't you be a God? Jesus your brother, ain't he? Make it make sense. And I know I said a lot. I know I'm all over the place. I feel like the thing is with this type of stuff, it's hard to just stay on one topic because there's so much stuff all throughout life that has been misconstrued and completely just, I don't know, like just shit is everywhere. It's like everything has a half truth to it. It's a half truth but a whole bunch of lies on top. And you have to be able to decipher what's a truth and what's a lie. But guess what? It's hard to discern when you leaving all your faith in a source outside of yourself. Like, I don't know. But yeah. So that's my little tidbit. I feel like I'm sure I'm gonna upset some people if they ever came across this video. It's not intentional. These are literally just my thoughts. I'm not here to force nobody to believe what I believe in. I feel like I didn't even get too deep in what I truly believe in because I feel like sometimes it's just hard to articulate it. It's just one of those things you just gotta follow me as I talk. And if you get me, you get me. And if you don't, you don't. You know? But bottom line is that I realize that I am a true goddess. And I'm ready to take my power back. Like, I'm tired of giving my power away. It's like so many things that makes no sense. We out here paying for shit that should be free. Electricity should be free. Food should be free. And then talking about food, half the shit that we eat should not even be in our diets whatsoever. And that's really one of the reasons why when my grandmother be talking that stuff about hoarding and all that stuff, like, oh yeah, better stock up, like, honestly, we don't need food like the way we think we need food. And the food that we eat is not real food. They've been feeding us processed shit for damn near all of our lives. When the last time you seen a fruit tree? A real one. Why the fuck they got so many watermelons that's seedless? How you make a seedless watermelon? Like, think about it. If the watermelon is seedless, what seeds are you using to create it? Make it make sense. I don't know. It's a lot of stuff that just like, when you really start paying attention to stuff, it's like all this shit is fake. This reality is not even real. A lot of this, there's so much shit that be going on in our faces and people be so oblivious. It be pissing me off. It be pissing me off, y'all. People be playing in y'all face so bad. The media, like, just the fact that they even disclosed the stuff about aliens. Niggas been talking about aliens for decades. And y'all just now want to say, oh yeah, actually, they are real. Nigga, we been knew they was real. So it's like, if y'all lied that long, what else have y'all been lying about? Come on, young. Like, people be playing in y'all face. And to know that there are aliens, there is other life outside of this realm. My daggone thing went out, but to think that there's other life outside of this realm, why is it so hard to believe that you could possibly be a god? Why is it so hard to believe that you might not even be originally from this goddamn planet? Like, yeah, your mom birthed you, whatever the case may be, but like, we gotta think, a lot of stuff deals with astrology. A lot of astrology is about the star system. It's about the universe. It's about, and then to think, like, I mean, some people don't believe in zodiac signs, but like, let's keep it a stack. That shit is 1,000% real. Like, it's real. And the zodiacs come from constellations. So, I don't know. My theory is that our souls, right? 9 times out of 10, whatever our sign is, 9 times out of 10 means that we probably came from that constellation before we came into this realm. Like, that was the last destination. And so, like, there's probably multiple people from the same constellations that have the same type of, like, vibe and energy or whatever, like, but we all cool, we click with some, we don't click with some, like, I don't know. That's just my theory. I'm not saying that's factual, but I just feel like we're literally, I don't know, it's just too much. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like, the thought of, like, oh, you're going to go to heaven or hell, like, I've been past that stage of, like, I don't believe in it. Heaven and hell is nothing but a state of mind. You could be on this planet right now, and for some people, they are currently living in hell because that's where the fuck their state of mind is at. Meanwhile, you got some people that's out here in heaven because their state of mind is vibrating on a higher frequency. They have a lot of great things that happen for them. They're living their best life, right? When my soul transcends out of this body, I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm just going to be leaving this realm and moving on into a different reality. I feel like the only way is, like, I think heaven and hell, in my opinion, is like wherever your mindset was when you transcended. Now you can transcend and go into a negative life experience because your past life was so fucking negative and you feel like you got unfinished business. You gotta, or you can continue to ascend. Go into a higher state of consciousness. Heaven. It's your mindset. As above, so below. I be having a lot to say. I wish I had somebody to like dialogue with right now, but it's cool. Hopefully somebody feel me. Like, me and my friends be having conversations like this all the time, and it's just like, I don't know, I just be feeling like the world could be so much better if people truly recognize the truth and stop being so oblivious to like the distractions. They like the powers that were, because this shit is crumbling if y'all haven't noticed. They are doing everything in their damn power to keep this illusion going that everything's under control and that we're now already taking our land back. We're now already taking our planet back. We're taking our shit back. This is why you see the climate of how our people are rising. It's not a game no more. People are starting to wake up and realize that, like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, no, I'm not doing this shit no more. Like, this is no. Hell no. Hell no. Coming over here bullying people shit, bullying them up off their land, bullying them up off their resources. Like, and this goes back to the Indian shit. We've been on this fucking land. It's been proven that black people was everywhere. Them fucking people that they be trying to portray as the true Indians. No. Everything that is about our people, they whitewash. When they show Egyptian people, they got these fucking Egyptian people out here looking more white than black. This planet started with black. We are the originals. We are the aboriginals, okay? Everything started black. You can't even get white without black. And I know that sounds wild, but just research that. Everything starts with black. Everything starts with darkness. Okay? Through darkness comes light. So why the fuck are y'all out here trying to portray that these people was lighter skinned? It's just not true. Now, granted, we as people, we can come in various colors, but the way that they be trying to portray that shit, no. Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And so now everybody is like, hold on now. You already done, quote unquote, stole us from Africa, right? We was supposed to get 40 acres and a mule. We ain't get that shit. Niggas trying to fight for 40 acres. No, fuck that. That ain't enough, nigga. Give us all our shit back. This is all our shit. All of it. All of it. Yeah. Time is up. Time is up. And it's time to rise up. You either going... I ain't even gonna say too much. If you vibing with my frequency, telepathy, I think you know what I'm saying. So let's just stop. Let's wake up, y'all. Let's wake up. Let's stop playing these games. Niggas worried about who playing next on basketball, who getting dropped from one team to the next. That shit don't even matter, bro. They keep talking about global warming and people like, oh my god, global warming. Global warming has to happen. The planet is purging itself. People are so scared of this, and it's like, it's nothing to be scared about. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Let me not say that. It's shit to be scared about, but I feel like it's shit to be scared about if you're not living your life the way you should be. And I'm not saying in a religious sense, but more so like taking care of your body, taking care of others, living in the mindset of love and kindness and positivity and raising the frequency of the planet. Like, I know intuitively, deep down I always knew that I was connected to nature. Like, as a kid, I'd never liked to litter. Not to say I never littered, I ain't gonna say that, but even as a little kid, even up until this point, it's very rare that I throw shit outside. Like, and just, I'm not a person that throws trash outside and just like dirties up earth. Like, not on purpose. It's not something, I don't know. I feel like I've always had a respect for nature. I've always had a respect for just earth itself. I've always had a respect. Never knew where, like, the why behind it all the way. I'm starting to see it now, but Yeah, put some respect on Planet Kai. Alright? And if you don't know, that is the original name of Earth. Planet Kai. And why? Think about the fact that the Anunnaki, because I know you heard of that, those were the original beings that created this planet. The gods. I feel like I keep having moments where it's like I'm about to bounce in and out. But that just made me think too. I couldn't tell you the verse, but I'm reiterating what certain people have either said, like while being in church or something like that. But like, I know one of the things that I've heard people say in church is like not worshiping other gods. And it's like, okay, for you to reference something as a other god, that means it has to be more than one god, right? So this particular god that we're learning about and that we're worshiping wants to make sure that we only praise him only, is what you're telling me. But there's other gods. It's not just one god. You are a god. If you have neuromelanin in your skin, you are a god. Why do you think in ancient Egypt they worshipped many gods? Many. It wasn't just one. And those religions predates Christianity. I think that's the shit that really be pissing me off with religion. Like, especially like there were other religions or spiritual practices well before Christianity came along, and it's like y'all make that particular religion like the end all be all. If you don't believe in it, you are being condemned. Like, that shit just really throws me for a loop. And it's like, do you think your ancestors praised Jesus? Do you? And you gotta think about who is teaching these messages. And I'm not talking about your preachers, but like, I'm talking about, where did that start from? Who was the originator of Christianity? Really? Who was pushing the narrative of Christianity? Really? Why do you think Christianity is such one of the largest religions on earth? Why is that? Why do you think that is? To control you. That shit makes me mad. It makes me mad. I just hate that people are so gullible. And again, I'm not saying this in a way to make anybody feel bad for their beliefs. I promise that's not my goal here. Is not to make nobody feel bad. It's not to say that, you know, what I believe in is better. Like, I just feel like, if nothing else, you should be able to think for yourself. Really question things. Ask questions. Because all the shit that I'm saying is questions. That's all I do, is just sit there and ask questions. And then when you do the research on the question, you start uncovering some shit that just don't make, it's like, hold on, wait a minute. Like, I don't know, y'all. But I said a lot. Hopefully you're not too mad at me. Hopefully you're not too mad, because I definitely was going in just now and that wasn't my intent. But like I said, I be having some thoughts. I be having some questions. Y'all, my teeth hurt real bad. I got my braces tightened the other day, and I ain't gonna lie, I've been playing around with like just keeping up with the maintenance of this, and so it's been a while since I got them tightened, and let me tell you, hate it. But yeah. Alright, that's all I got. I'm gonna let y'all be. You know, if you rocking with the girl or you just want to have conversation, drop a comment below. If you like the content, drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe. I don't know how often I'm gonna be like doing this, but I do want to like be more open in this way. I feel like I'm being called to kind of talk about real stuff, just really have real conversation, show the world the real me, as I started off before, being more fearless, being more courageous, and not allowing fear to keep me from speaking my mind, because I feel like I haven't said a lot of stuff about this. This is probably my first time that I've ever like went all in, but really it's because, you know, between cancel culture and just really nasty negative people, I just don't want people killing my vibe with that shit. Because I've really been working on just like me staying at a certain frequency of being like positive and things like that. And so I don't know, I didn't want to open that door, but I feel like I'm being pushed to do this. I feel like it's time for me to really step up to the plate and talk my shit and find my tribe, my soul tribe. Because I know I'm not the only person that thinks like this. And yeah, where y'all at? Let's talk about it. Let's rise up together. So until the next time I see y'all, y'all take care, y'all go within, y'all meditate, and I love you guys. And continue to raise the frequency. Bye.